हेलो स्टूडेंट्स। ये आज का रिव्यू प्रॉब्लम्स जे एडवांस 2020 के लिए सेकंड वीडियो है फॉर टुडे। और आज इसमें हम लोग बड़ा एक इम्पॉर्टेंट प्रॉब्लम डिस्कस करने जा रहे हैं। बहुत ही इम्पॉर्टेंट प्रॉब्लम है, फंडामेंटल पर बेस्ड है, कम्प्लीटली फंडामेंटल पर बेस्ड है ना। एंड दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द वर्किंग ऑफ हॉट एयर बलून। अभी आप देख सकते हो कि आपकी स्क्रीन पर जो वाइट पेपर दिख रहा है आपको, वो अपने आप में एक कंप्लीट क्वेश्चन है, राइट। सो इट विल टेक ऑलमोस्ट 3 to 4 minutes जस्ट टू रीड दिस क्वेश्चन। सो आप क्वेश्चन एक बार सेल्फ रीड करें, स्लोली आप सेल्फ रीड करो। एंड क्वेश्चन जब आप रीड कर पाएंगे देन आई विल एक्सप्लेन व्हाट इज ऑल अबाउट हॉट एयर बलून। तो इस क्वेश्चन के बिगिनिंग में अगर आप देखो तो लिखा हुआ है, कंसीडर अ हॉट एयर बलून विथ फिक्स्ड वॉल्यूम ऑफ VB 1.1 मीटर क्यूब। द मास ऑफ बलून envelope whose volume is to be neglected in comparison to VB is mH, which is 0.187 kilogram. Right. Now the balloon shall be started where the external air temperature is T1, which is given as 20 degrees Celsius, with normal external air pressure P0 very close to the atmosphere, 1.013 10 to the power 5 pascals. Under these conditions, the density of air is given as ρ1, which is 1.2 kilogram per meter cube. Right? So this was information from the question. Now the question starts. Part A. What temperature T2 must be? What temperature T2 must the warmed air inside the balloon have to make the balloon just float? राइट, मतलब उस बलून के अंदर कुछ एयर है, और जो हॉट एयर बलून, जैसे कि आप नाम जानते हो कि इनसाइड द बलून देर इज हॉट एयर. सो द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज अबाउट दैट, what should be temperature of that hot air which is inside the balloon so that the balloon just floats in the normal atmosphere. This is first question. Second question, आप कभी भी देख सकते हो कि जो हॉट एयर बलून्स होती हैं, और अगर नहीं देखा हो तो आप एक बार फिर से धमाल मूवी देखें. हॉट एयर बलून्स को ग्राउंड पर किसी रस्सी से बांधा जाता है, आई मीन दे आर टाइड. सो फर्स्ट द बलून इज हेल्ड फास्ट टू द ग्राउंड, एंड हेल्ड फास्ट का मतलब हो गया कि उसको किसी स्ट्रिंग से ज़मीन से बांधा गया है. उसका इंटरनल एयर को हीट किया गया है, जो बलून के अंदर वाली एयर है उसको हीट किया जा रहा है टू अ न्यू टेम्परेचर T3 विच इज़ 110 डिग्री सेल्सियस. राइट, and the balloon is fastened with a rope. So we have to find what is the force in that rope. In other words, we have to find the tension in the rope. And then the third question, in fact there are total 4 questions. Third, consider the balloon being tied up at the bottom. Density of the internal air stays constant with a steady state temperature of 110 degrees Celsius of internal air. The balloon rises in an isothermal atmosphere of 20 degrees Celsius. The ground pressure was 1.013 into 10 to the power 5 pascals. So now the question is, up to what height the balloon will rise, maximum height. And then the fourth question is actually related to the problem C, third part, that once the balloon reaches at the maximum height h, where it will stay under equilibrium conditions, from that equilibrium position the balloon is pulled by 10 meter. The balloon is pulled by 10 meter, and we have to qualitatively discuss what kind of motion the balloon will have. So now this is your question. The fourth part of question is on the second page. That is the fourth question, fourth part, not fourth question, fourth part. ठीक है. सो जैसा कि आप देख सकते हो कि टोटल अराउंड 5 मिनट्स इस टाइम हो चुके हैं, 5 मिनट 15 सेकेंड्स के आसपास. सो मुझे क्वेश्चन पढ़ने में लग गया, 5 मिनट तो मुझे इस क्वेश्चन को पूरा रीड करने में लगा है. अब हम इसके सॉल्यूशन पार्ट पे आते हैं. ठीक है. अब इस क्वेश्चन को जल्दी से हम लोग सॉल्व करके देखेंगे कि इस क्वेश्चन में क्या क्या कंसेप्ट्स हैं, क्या की पॉइंट्स हैं और किन चीज़ों का हमें ध्यान रखना है. तो सॉल्व करने के लिए मुझे ओरिजिनल क्वेश्चन वापस चाहिए होगा. ठीक है. सो आप थोड़ा सा ऐसे रख लेते हैं इस पेज को और उसके बाद आप एनालाइज करोगे. तो अगर हम इतनी इन्फॉर्मेशन को देखें, फर्स्ट इन्फॉर्मेशन को, तो फर्स्ट इन्फॉर्मेशन के हिसाब से ये क्या कहना चाह रहा है कि हॉट एयर बलून विद अ फिक्स्ड वॉल्यूम. तो लेट्स से दिस इज बलून, हॉट एयर बलून with a fixed volume of VB equals to 1.1 meter cube. Good. So its volume is defined as a VB. Very good. Mass of the balloon envelope, that means this one. Its envelope has a mass of mH. Right. And it is a very thin envelope. बहुत पतला है. Very very thin envelope. You can neglect the volume of this balloon material. Outside temperature is 20 degrees Celsius, which is given as T1. The outside temperature is 20, which is given as T1. And for that T1, the pressure is atmospheric P naught, given as 1.013 10 to the power 5 pascals. Now in the first part, even the density is given. The density ρ1 outside the balloon is given as 1.2 kilogram per meter cube. Now the question, first part of the question is, what temperature T2 must be inside the balloon? Which means inside balloon the air will be, and that's why it is called a hot air balloon. Inside the balloon air will be at higher temperature, let's say T2. Inside balloon is at higher temperature T2. And when inside balloon will be at a higher temperature T2, its density will be different than density of outside air. अंदर भी एयर है, बाहर भी एयर है, बट दोनों तरफ टेम्परेचर से अलग होने की वजह से अंदर वाले एयर की डेंसिटी और बाहर वाले एयर की डेंसिटी में फ़र्क होगा. अब इस बलून के फ्लोट करने की जो कंडीशंस होंगी, इस बलून की अगर आप फ्लोट करने की कंडीशंस पे आते हो कि अंडर व्हाट कंडीशंस इट विल फ्लोट, तो द बलून विल फ्लोट इफ weight of air displaced by this balloon, which you can call buoyancy in the upward direction, is equals to total weight, total content, total weight carried by the balloon. So the buoyancy as per the Archimedes principle should be equals to weight of displaced air, outside air. So it will be the volume of balloon VB. Outside air has a density ρ1 times g, that is as per the Archimedes principle. The total weight carried by this balloon will be the weight of envelope mhg plus the weight of air which is inside the balloon, and weight of air inside the balloon will be calculated as Vb. Remember, density inside the balloon is different, that is ρ2 and g. So अगर आप इन दोनों को इक्वेट करते हो तो you can get one equation as, if we equate them, then we get equation as Vb ρ1 equals to mh plus Vb ρ2. This is my first equation. ρ1 is given, Vb is given, mh is given, ρ2 is not given. But ρ2 can be obtained from the ideal gas equation now. You can obtain ρ2 from the ideal gas equation as pressure P by density ρ is RT over molar mass capital M for any ideal gas. which means density rho and temperature has a relation, and by that relation you can say that rho 1 T1 equals to rho 2 T2. That's my second equation. And that means we are indirectly taking that pressure inside the balloon should be equal to the pressure outside balloon, because then only you can write rho into T as a constant value. And nothing wrong with that. We can assume that the pressure inside the balloon is same as pressure outside the balloon, provided surface tension is neglected in this problem. If you consider the surface tension, which is not given in this question, but if we consider surface tension, then pressure inside the balloon should be more than the pressure outside the balloon. But nothing about surface tension is given in this question, so we are not considering surface tension, and then for that reason pressure inside the balloon should be same as the pressure outside the balloon, and therefore density and temperature are inversely proportional. So you can write rho 1 T1 equals to rho 2 T2. Now rho 1 is given, T1 is given, T2 we have to find. So what I will do, I will find the value of rho 2 from second equation as rho 1 T1 divided by T2, and I will substitute the value of rho 2 in the first equation. I will substitute this rho 2 in the first equation, and then I will get T2 equals to T1 times rho 1 divided by rho 1 minus mH divided by Vb. Right, and we will substitute all the numbers here, all the numbers which were given in the question. We will put all the numbers T1, rho 1, mH, Vb, and then after calculation you will get T2 as 341.53 Kelvin. 341.53 Kelvin. So this was the first question. First part, sorry. Second part. एक बार फिर से पढ़ना पड़ेगा सेकंड पार्ट को, बिकॉज क्वेश्चन काफ़ी लेंदी है. सो बी पार्ट नाउ. नाउ द बलून इज हेल्ड, यहाँ पर देखते हैं, बलून इज फास्टेंड विथ अ रोप, रोप से बांधा जा रहा है उसके, और अब की बार उस बलून के अंदर जो एयर है उसका टेम्परेचर 110 डिग्री सेल्सियस, विच इज़ समवेयर अराउंड 383 केल्विन. 383 केल्विन. तो बी पार्ट के अंदर जो टेम्परेचर यूज़ कर रहे हैं दैट इज़ मोर देन टेम्परेचर कैलकुलेटेड इन द पार्ट ए. तो इससे होगा क्या फॉर द बी पार्ट नाउ, फॉर द बी पार्ट ऑफ क्वेश्चन. नाउ द balloon has higher temperature T3 now. That T3 is 110 degree Celsius. 110 degree Celsius is very close to, you can say that 383 Kelvin. It should be 383.15 Kelvin, but roughly you can take it 383 Kelvin. And if the air inside this balloon is now at a higher temperature, the density will reduce. The density inside the balloon will reduce. And if the density of air inside the balloon goes down, the weight reduces. When the weight reduces, buoyancy exceeds. When the buoyancy exceeds, buoyancy becomes more than the weight. The balloon will experience a net upward force, and to counter that upward force, the balloon is tied by a rope to the ground. This balloon is tied by a rope to the ground, and we have to find the force in this rope. So now if you draw the free body diagram, for this balloon, tension in the downward direction, tension by this rope, buoyancy, which is the volume of this balloon Vb, outside rho 1 into g. Remember that buoyancy is always calculated by Archimedes principle which is equals to weight of displaced air. So the balloon will displace the air which is outside it, and the outside air has a density of rho 1. So this is buoyancy. But inside air will have some different density, let's say rho 3, because inside air has a different temperature T3, so different density rho 3. So the weight carried by this balloon equals to, total weight carried by this balloon will be equals to mh, mass of the envelope, plus V of B times density of air inside the balloon, and this total value into G. Now if you equate the upward force to the downward force, then if you equate these two, and also use the fact that we will equate these two expressions, that means we will write VB rho 1 G equal to this T, and then which means T should be equals to VB rho 1 G minus MH plus VB rho 3 G. But the problem is with rho 3. So to find rho 3, we will again use ideal gas equation, that rho into T is a constant parameter. So we will find rho 3 by that equation, that rho 3 should be equals to rho 1 T1 by T3, and you will replace this rho 3. This rho 3 will be replaced by this factor rho 1 T1 by T3. The value of rho 1 T1, T3, VB, MH, all the values are given in this question, and when we put the values, we get the value of T equals to 1.21 Newton. So now part A and B are solved. Now third part. In the third part, this rope is now removed. And when this rope is removed, the balloon will start rising upward. And it is given in that question that while this balloon rises upward, you can assume that the density of internal air remains constant. In other words, you can assume that the air inside the balloon, temperature of air inside the balloon remains constant. And one more important parameter is that outside air, that is atmosphere, is isothermal at 20 degrees Celsius. So now I will solve the third part of question. I will solve this third part for you. So now the third part of question. Remember, the balloon starts from ground. This balloon starts from ground, and the pressure at the ground is given as P0. Temperature outside is 20 degrees Celsius, density is rho 1, temperature inside is 110 degrees Celsius, and density is rho 3 at that temperature. And when the balloon starts rising and reaches to some other height, this balloon is now at some height h. Atmospheric pressure will change. Remember, as you move upward, atmospheric pressure reduces. So this P0 will not remain constant. As you move upward, the pressure will reduce. So you will have a different pressure here, and you will have a different density here. So let's say the density at this point is denoted by rho h, which stands for density corresponding to the height h. So our first target will be to find the density and height equation. We will first find the atmospheric density and height relation. And to find that relation, we will accept the fact given in the question that the atmosphere remains isothermal at 20 degrees Celsius. Now notice, if we think the atmosphere, or if you divide the atmosphere in multiple layers, and we have one atmospheric layer at a height of h and another atmospheric layer at a height of h plus dh. So that we can think our atmosphere in form of multiple layers. So one layer of atmosphere which is at height h, another layer of atmosphere is at height h plus dh. At height h, pressure by the atmosphere is P, and at height h plus dh, pressure by the atmosphere is P plus dP. And if I look for the equilibrium of this dH portion of atmosphere, if I look for equilibrium of dH thickness of atmosphere, then forces on this dH thickness of atmosphere are P plus dP, that is pressure at this point, times area of that layer. Another force will be pressure from the downside, which is pressure into air, and weight of this dH thickness of atmosphere. And the weight of dH thickness of atmosphere will be area into dH will be the volume, density at that point rho into g. And if you write equations for equilibrium here, if you write the equations for equilibrium at this point, you get dP equals to minus rho g dH. And from the gas equation, which was P upon rho equals to RT over molecular mass, you can replace, or you can say that d of P is equals to RT over molecular mass times d of rho. So you can replace this dP now. You can replace dP as RT by molar mass times d of rho is minus rho g dH, and therefore d of rho by rho is minus mg over RT times dH. This is differential equation. We will integrate the differential equation. We will substitute limits for h 0 to h, and the corresponding limit of density should be rho 1 to rho. Notice that rho 1 is the density for h equals to 0. If you integrate and solve, you will get rho equals to rho 1 times e to the power, rho equals to rho 1 and e to the power minus mgh over RT. It can be written as rho 1 e to the power, m is the molar mass, gh. So the molar mass can be written as total mass of gas divided by the number of moles. So it is small m is the total mass of gas divided by number of moles will give me molar mass into RT. And 1 upon nRT, this nRT from the gas equation, you can write this nRT as P into V. So rho 1 e to the power minus, this is small m gh over P into V, and P into V will be constant because of isothermal atmosphere. This term will be constant. So this mass of gas divided by the volume, you can write as a density. So it is e to the power, this is now e to the power minus rho 1 gh, and this pressure will be ground pressure P naught. So since we are using ground pressure P naught, correspondingly we will use ground pressure volume, ground pressure corresponding ground volume, and therefore m upon V will be ground density rho 1. So this is density at height h now. This is density at height h for isothermal atmosphere. Now, we will again write conditions for the equilibrium of the balloon. Conditions for the equilibrium of balloon will be, conditions for the equilibrium of balloon now will be similar to that we have done in the first A part or B part, which is the buoyancy which is V of B. Now the outside air has a density rho h, so you will substitute rho h here because rho h is the density of air outside the balloon into G. So this is the volume at height h, this is the buoyancy at height h, and downward weight will be mhg plus the air inside balloon Vb. Air inside balloon is at a density rho 3 times G. We will equate these two forces for equilibrium conditions. So I will get mh plus Vb rho 3 equals to Vb, and that rho h will be replaced by this parameter, which is rho 1 e to the power minus rho 1 gh upon ground pressure P naught. We have to solve this equation by scientific calculator or through computer program or by any other means, and that it gives you h equals to 843 meter. So this was third question. Now the fourth question. Notice that in isothermal atmosphere, the density of atmosphere changes exponentially with height h. It changes exponentially with height h. Now the fourth part of question is like this. Fourth part of question. See, we will read it again. This is the fourth part, D part. At this height when the balloon is at equilibrium conditions, at this height, you take out this balloon for 10 meter. It is pulled out for 10 meter from the equilibrium conditions, which means the balloon is shifted upward 10 meter from the equilibrium conditions and then released. What will happen? Now, when you move above the equilibrium point, then the height from ground will obviously increase, and when the height from ground will increase, the outside density, which is rho, the outside density will further reduce. The outside density will reduce, and when the outside density will reduce, this buoyancy will be reduced, and when the buoyancy is reduced, relatively the resultant force on the balloon will be in a downward direction, because nothing is going to change with mh, Vb and rho 3. All these parameters are constant. So if the balloon is moved above the equilibrium point, it is shifted above the equilibrium point, only parameter which is affected is the rho h, and it is reduced, which means this upward force, which was previously equal to downward force, and now upward force becomes smaller, downward force remains as it is. In other words, overall you will get a resultant force which is in the downward direction. So if the balloon is moved upward and released, there will be a net force in the downward direction towards the equilibrium point, a net force on the balloon towards equilibrium point, right? That means the balloon will start oscillating, and you can confirm it if the balloon is moved 10 meter below the equilibrium point, if the balloon is moved 10 meter below the equilibrium point, then when the balloon moves below the equilibrium point, this rho h increases now. Relative to the equilibrium point, rho h will be higher. It will become more. So below the equilibrium point, buoyancy will be more than downward force, and when buoyancy will be more than downward force, you will get a net force in the upward direction. And that means the forces on any side of equilibrium point are coming towards the equilibrium point, which I suppose is a necessary condition for oscillatory motion. So if that balloon is displaced by 10 meter from the equilibrium point and released, answer is the balloon will start oscillations, and those oscillations will be simple harmonic also, because the balloon is at a height of 843 meter, and if it is being displaced by 10 meter only, that 10 meter is a very small value as compared to the equilibrium height. And for any small change in the h, for any negligible change in h, you can take some approximation using the series of exponential e to the power minus x. If you write the series of e to the power minus x and take approximations that x is very small, then the exponential relation converts into a linear relationship, and when the relationship becomes linear, these two forces F net are linear functions of displacements from the equilibrium point. And when the net forces are linear functions of displacement from the equilibrium point, it is sufficient condition for oscillation to become simple harmonic oscillation. In fourth part, we don't have to find any numeric value. We have to just discuss what kind of motion the balloon will have, and the answer is it will have a simple harmonic oscillatory motion. So this was a whole working of hot air balloon involving lots of concepts now. Atmospheric property of atmosphere, how the density of atmosphere changes with height, how the buoyancy of balloon, how the buoyancy is balanced by total weight of this balloon. Density inside the balloon is different than the density outside balloon, and the difference is due to difference in temperatures. Pressure inside the balloon is same as the pressure outside the balloon, provided we are not considering surface tension of the balloon. Right? So the sole purpose of this question was not to prepare you for a single question in the exam, but through the working of this question, various concepts related to thermodynamics and fluid mechanics have been discussed. We discussed about criteria of flotation, we discussed about change in the density with height, altitude in the isothermal atmosphere, we discussed ideal gas equations, we discussed how the temperature of ideal gas equation and the density of ideal gas equation are related. Right? So watch this video again, try to solve the question by yourself. If you still find any difficulty, feel free to write the message. I will re-explain this question to you, and tomorrow I will come up with a new video on rolling rotational motion and one more good question from electromagnetic induction. Till then, stay at home, stay safe, take care, and good night.